Hey y'all, this is just a quick video intro that is going to go over the next 3 videos. Reason why I'm doing this is because you've seen the outside demo video, you've seen the video of why I end my videos with Carpe Diem Seize the Day. The next videos that were in line was the inside demo videos, and that was also kind of the last that was happening. And not only was it the last, but it was some of the more emotional, aside from my actual leaving video. It was some of the more emotional. Now, I went through and I put all the footage together that I wanted to share. I put that together in one long video just to see what I had. It was an hour. I'm not gonna have you sit and watch stuff for an hour, so I decided that I would go ahead and divide it up into 3 videos. That way it's easier to watch. I already went through and, edited so much that I didn't want to edit it anymore. This is the end of a very big, very important, very emotional journey, and I didn't want to try to edit that down to, such a small window. The things that I say, the things that I'm experiencing, it's important to share. It's important to me to share. So I'll put this at the beginning of all 3, but the next 3 videos, all inside demo. Thanks for watching, guys. I am back again. Gotta record the thoughts as different things happen. Tonight is my last night staying in the house. So, that's a big thing. That's an important thing that needs to be documented, of course, like everything else that I have been doing on this journey. That's a pretty big milestone that I felt like I needed to share. Kind of see behind me in the kitchen, see that little light that's on. I'm sure I've probably showed you in another video, something like that light back there is a little light that my grandmother has had. I've got pictures of it up there that go back to the 50s. In the 50s, it was a different little shade, but the base was still the same. And, it's funny how it's little things like that you either associate with a person or place. It doesn't always have to be big things. Sometimes it's just a little thing. And as long as I can remember, a lot of us turn on the stove light, that kind of thing when we go to bed. Or just, you don't want the big kitchen light on. You don't need to use that, right? So you just turn on the stove light. Well, that's what my grandmother did. She would turn on that little light. And so when I turn that little light on, I feel like she's here. But tonight's the last night that it's going to be on, and it's it's one of those not to focus on, I kind of mentioned this before too, not to focus on the last, but I mean, there's just certain milestones that need to be acknowledged. And the last night of anybody being in this house is huge. It's huge. Because it's ending something that started in 1930. Monday, we are supposed to be starting in the house. We have finished. We only have like a couple things that I need to get outside as far as that, demo is concerned, the pieces of things that I'm keeping. We're going to start in the house, and I'm not even going to try to hide the fact that while I want these things, of course, while I want these things to cherish and decorate with, repurpose, whatever use in some way, it still hurts like hell to see stuff torn up. That I've just seen my entire life. And that's still really, really just, it's like somebody just ripping out your heart and stomping on it. And I've taken so much out of the house. I'll kind of flip this around a little bit. I'm kind of sitting in the dining room. Remember where I was packing up? Mama's china. There's our pretty chandelier and all that. That's the room that I'm sitting in right here, and house has never been this empty. I mean, ever. It's never been this empty, and it's echoey, and it just feels hollow. Just feels hollow and empty. I don't know. It's sad that it knows that it's not going to be here much longer. Does that sound stupid? Other people would hear me, talk to me, watch me, be like, what's the matter with you? It's a house. It's a house. That's all it is. And that's fine, for people who don't have those particular kinds of connections, who just look at something and go, whatever, it's just a house. And that's fine, because we all feel what we feel, We have our connections or things we don't connect with or whatever, and that's fine. But it is not just a house to me, and it's not just land. It just isn't. So, going to sleep tonight's gonna suck. It's just gonna suck. I told my demo people Friday when we were talking about coming into the house and all that, I was like, look, I need to get home. I need to get home. I mean, I am home in a sense, but you know what I mean. I need to get back to my current home. And so I'm like, we need to get in the house. We need to finish this week. I'll probably be here for a few more days, help my niece out with something. And, it's like, I need to go. I need to go because I need a closure. I need that. Okay. I need that driving away. Does it sound weird to say that I need the death part? You know what I'm saying though. That, like I said in a previous little tidbit video that I did, you can't start to grieve. You cannot start to heal. You cannot start that process while things are still happening. So I don't want to leave. I don't want it to end, but I do. Because it is. It is. And I'm tired of prolonging it. I'm tired of prolonging it, and I'm tired of hurting. I mean, this is always going to hurt, but I need to rip the Band-Aid off. In just one, because the more you try to take it off slowly, the longer it hurts. And you just need to rip it off and go on. So I just felt like that my last night here was rather important and a big milestone. Like I said, because it's the first step, I guess, to officially saying goodbye. And I needed to record some thoughts about that. It's morning. It's my last morning here. Getting up here. you know, that kind of thing. This time fixing coffee here. I slept better than I thought I would. Probably just because I'm so exhausted. But yeah, this morning. Ooh, y'all, we're at that time. The chandelier is gone from the dining room. Chris took that out today, so it's all safely packed away in a box. I'm gonna flip this around, show you some of the stuff that we did today. We're in the family room, living room, whatever you want to call it. And when I say that I wanted, get a little bit closer here, the trim around the doors, and the baseboards, and the window trim, I was not playing. We had some serious termite damage. Look at that mess right there. Oh my gosh. And we knew about it. You can kind of see there's like a little bit of a line right there. We knew we have some spots on the floor that my dad, it's probably been 15, 20 years ago. I mean, it wasn't anything recent, but he had to patch up some holes in the floor. He had to put new sheetrock in here, about 2-3 feet up, and in the dining room. It was a mess. And once we got in here, I was telling them, I'm like, okay, I'm anticipating a lot being up here, but thankfully it wasn't in the baseboards, and it was really just in that one section that was really bad that I showed you. So, I mean, thank goodness for that, because, you know, that could have been horrible. So now, see, we got all of it. And now I have this. So this is all, well, it's all of the living room. Now we still have got the door trim and the window trim to do in the dining room. And so we still have that. Let's go flip you around again. Make sure I'm not stepping on nails here. And we also did the bedroom. So this is everything from in here, and these really long boards. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Yeah, that one's gonna have to be cut in half for sure. But everything is also done in here. Everything down here. And you probably already know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's like, you know, it's rough to see, you know, the house like this. Yeah. But I'm reminding myself that it's because I'm keeping it and I'm storing it and I'm protecting it. And so, as I say, when it comes to cleaning and organizing and stuff like that, cleaning out, whatever, you know, sometimes you have to make a bigger mess. Sometimes you have to make a bigger mess before you can come back and make it pretty. And that's what I am trying really hard to remind myself of at the moment, is that we have to make a bigger mess. I have to take it apart and I have to store it so that I can pull it back out and put it back up and have it be special and treasure it and all that. So we did 1 room, 2 rooms, like 2.5 rooms today. I have got to flip it around and show you a little bit of my mess here. This was Mom's room. So we're going to be taking the trim and everything out of here too. And I've decided we're also taking the floor because I wanted enough floor pieces to put in 1 room. You know, so we're gonna take up all these. We were going to do in the family room, but especially, and I told Chris, you know, earlier today when he got here, I said, I have been thinking about it. And I'm like, I'm not sure that I'm going to trust that wood up there. Because of the termites. And as far as I know, we had nothing kind of on this side of the house. So I said, plus this room is kind of out of the way. You know, we don't have to walk through it. So it's like, maybe we can just do this room and it should be fine. We shouldn't have any we're not going to get enough for a full room out there. Like there's no way, because Dad was patching floor, I mean, halfway through the room. So, and especially now, after seeing some of the baseboards or window trim and things that he pulled off, where the termite damage was so bad, it's like, yeah, we're going to stick to in here. So I think tomorrow we're going to finish that room. We're going to finish the dining room, probably going to start in here and start on the floor. So I'm going to try to get my mess cleaned up in here. We're not doing anything in the hallway. So the hallway is going to kind of be the staging area. So all of the extra, you know, whatever is going to go here. I'm kind of in that mode that's, okay, what's going to storage? What's coming home with me? You know, I've got to pack everything different, make different piles. I got another 2-3 pieces in the hallway behind me over there that's got to go to storage. So I'm getting there. You know how it is when you move. You know, you come down to like the last minute stuff, the last minute pieces, and things are just kind of crazy. So that's kind of where we're at. But we're getting there. We're getting there. So you flip this around again. So I still have, I thought by now I would have all these cabinets gone. Gosh, I've been trying to do that for a week. I'm going to take the drawers out, take the little handles off. I'm going to take all these down, take the handles off so that they'll stack easily. That's me showing you my mess. And now I got to go clean out that room. I'll be back. saw me just take the light down. Not gonna lie, that's kind of emotional. But she's down. She's gonna have her own special little box. Now I just want to go cry again. But, you know, that's just kind of where we are these days, I guess.